Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hydro League. I'm your caster, Misfit Midas, and tonight the first game of the night is going to be Immenz eSports versus Zense. We are playing on Cafe Dostoevsky, and we're coming into the operator ban phase. Obviously, since Zense is on defense first, they're going to be banning the first and the last operators with Immenz in the middle. And the first ban is going to come out, and it's going to be Capital. Capital is going to be extremely important on this map, especially if Zense is trying to play heavier anchor operators such as Maestro or Mira, or potentially playing in Freezer. Capital is going to be really strong to kind of flush out those balcony hold spots upstairs or downstairs and kitchen, some of those back corners, especially tucked away in like Freezer, for instance. The next band's coming out. It's going to be Blackbeard. Again, an extremely important operator, especially when it comes to being able to play and hold the windows that are prevalent all across this site, most commonly found in Piano, which is going to be an extreme point of contention on this map for pretty much about every bomb site, especially depending because on this map with top 4 control, you can even cut off all the way down to almost Christmas here. So top 4 is going to be extremely, extremely important. These guys are banning operators that show it. And then Immenz making a smart ban, knowing that they're attacking first. They're banning that mirror, which is going to be a pretty big cutoff to Zense. Especially when you can play him pretty strongly on at least 3 of the 4 sites, and then Zense banning that Echo out, assuming they're probably just going to play the Maestro in order to make up for the Echo ban. So with that, we're going to be going into round number 1. If you're not super familiar with Pro League or competitive league settings, what happens is we play 12 rounds. There are no overtime rounds. And it is 6 rounds for the first set. So you'll have Immenz on attack, and you'll have Zense on defense for the first 6 rounds. And then they will swap at the end of 6 rounds. For the next half, Zense will be on attack, and Immenz will be on defense. At the end of that, you have to win 7 of those rounds to win. 3 points to tie, you get 1. And if you lose, obviously, you gain no points. So going into the first round, it looks like a fairly standard lineup from both teams, especially seeing the Mira has been banned. Immenz choosing to bring Sledge instead of Buck there. And then breaking out kind of that roam clear there, which you see with the Jackal. The Jackal is left unbanned, so the Jackal is going to come out, and then the Thatcher and Thermite. Most importantly, to get the Piano wall that opens up into Freezer, you see where Vertigo is at currently. Kronos placing his first Maestro Cram right underneath the Piano and Maslow, getting some of those default walls that are on red. Super key to this site is the prevention of letting those guys rotate out of Piano and then off into Cigar. You're going to see a lot of big, heavy angles played from where Kronos is potentially right now on Heaven, rotating and looking all the way across to either New Balk or into Cigar Lounge right there. And that's a good reason, again, that, we banned that Capital. So the prevention of being able to use him for those angles like that is going to be super important here. The majority of Immenz starting over on the Christmas market side here, or the back alley for both. And another important factor, this is going to be controlling white stairs and then eventually to the top on Whitehall. It's going to be extremely important to the way they played this. No one on the first floor from Zense, but you actually have 3 players. Super important to note here. One's now on first, Maslow and Demolish are both playing on second floor. One in Reading, one in the Freezer, leaving only Vertigo, Road, and Kronos upstairs. So with no one, absolutely no one playing in Piano Cigar at all. And even kind of Laser just kind of giving that to him. And unfortunate for Devil there as he pings himself with his own breach charge, trying to play off onto Vertigo here. Potentially he's back in Freezer. Demolish even trying to push down slightly down the stairs to try to play in cover. You'll see they currently are playing pretty heavily, but just like that, Devil's going to go ahead and drop into red with easy covering from the Skylight, as you now have 3 players on red, 4 on red right now, as that's only 1 droning, and Maestro is going to kind of play out. But just like that, Kronos is going to take out Onyx. No refrag coming, though, on that long angle straight into Cigar. Maslow taking out Devil. That's Baze left in Piano after he's gotten the main wall into Piano, though. Trying to cover downstairs. Shad droning up, but then really easy. Just going to go ahead and drop into Piano potentially here. Castle still watching downstairs. That leaves a Road upstairs along with Kronos, who's playing on that Maestro Cam, giving that all-important information to his team. Easy trying to make the pre-fire into bathroom. Thinking there's somebody there, but They'll soon find out there's not. It's going to be a heavy anchor presence here. Demolish. Pushing up right into White Hall. Almost getting the peek off right onto the red stairs wall. He's going to get played and pushed potentially from both sides here. Shaz is trying to train from East Balcony. Easy trying to play the long angle, trying to gain it, but Easy is going to take out Demolish and pushed up in Bathroom. Bay trying to play through as Besu tries to get in long, but can't quite make the shots here, and that's going to be a down onto Bezu. Easy is going to take out, though, and trade into Kronos. That's leaving their massive anchor off the books here. As with just 30 seconds left, they're going to rotate Piano up to Easy, who has control of White now. They're going to have to make the push and the play. Easy's going to take out Road, though, right at the top for a triple kill here on East White Stairs. Moving into potentially the bar, but Shad stuck there in Bathroom, and with the defenders rotating around, 12 seconds left, it's going to be a strong plant here. And just like that, Vertigo is going to take out Besu. Can't get the refrag onto him, and the diffuser's nowhere to be found. They're going to try and go for kills, but can't quite close it out, as Mazzo's just going to hide, which is a smart play here, and first round's going to go to Zense after a pretty solid hold there in what looked like almost just kind of a disconjointed attack by Immenz. Extremely confused by that attack from Immenz as they tried to push in for Piano, but then they got stalled by the castle doors pretty quickly. They left White alone, didn't want to come up on that side. They were going to try to assault from Piano, but then based on the way that Zense had kind of opened up those walls, like end, to the break right there, and then across into Piano, and then castled off, they just weren't able to make that execute across, especially when you had somebody as strong as, Kronos potentially playing on that Maestro, that ACOG, the hard anchor across, and then just trying to get those shots in. Despite getting a couple early picks, they just weren't able to execute on those last three defenders. Really looking like it's just going to need to be a little bit more drone work and push rather than maybe one drone 4 push in and just playing off information rather than just essentially assaulting right in. We're going to go downstairs for our second site, so skipping the 2 bomb sites on the second floor and coming all the way down to kitchen. This map was, if you're not super, up to date with the game, the map was reworked last season, and that brought Cafe back into the Pro League map pool after doing a redo and giving it one more site on the second floor that was kind of viable and reworking almost the entirety of the first floor in an effort to try to make this map just a little bit more playable. They're going to get some of the basic walls, but kind of a shock here. They're leaving the bakery wall just wide open right now and just super confused by that. They have no one on the top floor, no one on the second floor, and all 5 defenders right now playing on that first floor, which could potentially, prove to screw them over in the end, especially when, Immenz has operators like Ash. They have operators like Easy and breach charges coming in, especially even from Devil, too, on Twitch. So they're going to have a lot of opening power here, and if they can get a drone off quick enough to realize they have the 2 top floors to themselves, that's going to be extremely important for this push. In the drone now while holding angles, super important as they try to get this quick roam clear. But again, just to highlight, we have absolutely no one playing on either third or second floor. All on first floor, with Demolish playing right in the middle of Bakery, which, can kind of be commonly used to hold that front door, but they're not even pushing the front door Bakery. Portenosi has that rotate hole there on the Bakery wall, but just kind of playing a waiting game. Easy is waiting on that. I think the drones to push him. They're starting to clear out White, but really now no one droning. Onyx just dropping right down into reading. Thanks, there's somebody there, but absolutely no one still. And Devil and Onyx doing the majority of the roam clearing here. But they need to start getting open up on site. As soon as they secured it, all you have to do is cut off those 2 stairs and then make your execute from above. But still pretty static here, a minute and a half into the round. There's the first bit going to start being opened up by Easy down into kitchen for mining. Just again, a minute left in the round. They're trying to make these play with almost no drone situation at all. Bayu is going to try to get some plays in here. Devil is going to get in a tussle with Road. Take about half health from him. From each other almost, that is, actually. Devil knows he's in Christmas. The VIP portion of Christmas. And he's just going to come back up and potentially, maybe try to open above here. but no one's really pushing. Onyx knows he's right around the corner from him. I don't think he knows. Does he not know? And Rhodes going to take out Devil, and then just like that, Maslow is going to take out Onyx. Baizu immediately trades back onto Rhodes, but then a double kill here. Coming from Maslow onto EZ right at the bottom of red stairs, and just like that, it's just Shad and Baizu left, you know, not even really on the first floor, even in a place to assault off on the second, not even getting the default cam yet. Trying to make that play through. Freezer can't quite connect the shots. He is going to almost down Kronos, but can't quite get Kronos down as they're just prepping for the assault in. But just like that, Demolish is going to take out Baizu, and Shad immediately refrag back onto Demolish. It's Shad in a 1v3, and it's not going to matter because Kronos is going to take out Shad with a beautiful shot straight into Freezer, and Zense takes round number 2. Reverse my field of view here. That's my bad. I play with it pretty low there, so we're going to up that back up for you guys so it's a little bit more bearable to watch on the stream. So we'll move that back up. Coming into site number 3, they've chosen their tertiary site since they've won the first 2 as Reading Room and Fireplace. Reading Room was the new addition to the bomb sites on the second floor. The only one previously was Fireplace and Mining, but now they've added Fireplace and Mining, and Fireplace being a part of the second site on a Reading. Devil faking the blitz here and then coming over onto the gridlock, trying to use those tracks maybe to cut off some rotations, but this attack from Immenz is just still extremely disjointed, and I just not really sure what to say other than it looks like the drone work initially went down. They cleared both floors, even though you figure with 3 drones and 2 people pushing or vice versa, whatever, it took quite a while to get an immediate, like, hey, I don't think they're playing up here on the second and third floor to let's push down, start opening up. But then, you know, by the time they get down, you're right over a minute and they're trying to start opening up. But then from there, it looks like all drone work just completely stopped. And Immenz wasn't just able to get what they needed to push in against Zense to make the execute. They're just like kind of pushing it and blindsiding and peeking with their face rather than a drone. And we've already lost 2 drones. 3 drones from Immenz coming in. So I don't think they're really practicing any discipline there with their drones. And it's really coming to bite them in the butt after, you know, they lose what it would be their second drone pretty early on. Trying to check the free fires onto Piano. Fireplace, just, they're not having it. Not going to let it happen. But so on this time, we will see some roamers kind of come up and play over top. So Demolish and Road are going to play on that third floor, and then leaving 3 roamers on side purely. Shad going to come up onto the roof there, along with Baizu. Vertigo and Maslow sitting on the second floor. Demolish playing right underneath the new balcony hatch here. And Easy just trying to go for the drone potentially. We're waiting on it, just trying to get that peek. Surprised he's not using his gadget. If he knows someone's there, if he just gets the footprints, there he goes. He's going to get it. Try to go for the scan. Can't quite reach it, but he sees footprints right underneath. He knows they're red, which means they have to be recent. But Devil's just going to come right in and try to make this play. But can't quite get Demolished as he's stuck here in Freezer. They've got him strapped from Skylight, but Road is going to take out Devil. So Road's coming up to play the support from White Stairs here. Demolish still being tracked, but you know that leaves Road loose, and Road with the double kill onto Onyx into that cocktail bar balcony area. Easy now trying to very carefully approach as Road's hang out on White Stairs. Demolish now off the track, and he knows Baizu's sitting there trying to hold that angle, but it's not quite going to make it. And just 3 attackers already left on that top floor as Easy trying to get a second scan, but Baizu pushing on that new balc, trying to make the play onto either Road or Demolish, but they're not even peeking really that much. They're just kind of holding and buying time. Breaching into Freezer and Shower here. But Demolish is already rotated back out, and he's on the back side of the bars. You know, Road's not even having it. Just kind of waiting, but Baizu is going to kill Demolish as he sweeps around and makes the peek, and then immediately a second kill comes out. And then a C4 followed, so Immenz then takes out Rose, and Massa will take out Immenz. So very quick trades there back to back. And it's now a 2v3 as Maslow sitting on the White Stairs, just almost waiting here for this push to come down from Baizu or Shad. But nothing really coming yet. Shad's going to move down White Stairs. Not all that sure that Maslow's sitting right there. I think he hears him trying to make that peek and then play into long. Potentially even trying to bait is Kronos rotating around in reading. But Baizu watching down in the pillar area, trying to catch someone rotating off. But at this point, The defenders of New Zense are pretty well disciplined. They're not going to make a move. Both of them rotate off to reading door from Pillar. Is going to get a pre-fire spray come out from Kronos, but Shad's going to take out Vertigo on the flank as well, and that's just now Kronos against these two defenders, and he's going for the plant there, but they can't quite hear that plant. They hear the plant going off. He's going to make the peek because his teammate's just not even covering, and 2 more kills from Maslow as he takes out Baizu and Shad to win that round. That should have been a fairly easy round, especially when they got in to get the plant off, but not sure kind of what happened there from Baizu and Shad. Like, Shad wasn't even remotely covering from the door, not even trying to reload his primary, trying to hang out with the handgun and just shoot off and away, but he allowed Maslow to move literally all the way up and on him and get the kill. And then not only get the kill on the planter, but then get the kill immediately back onto Shad. Immenz just not looking good on an 0-3 after the first 3 rounds, as now we're resetting and going all the way back upstairs where it started in round number 1 to Cocktail Lounge and Bar on the 3rd floor. One of the OG sites on this map is New Zense attempts to defend and win their 4th round in a row against this Immenz offense. Extremely strong holds here, it looks like, just coming out from New Zense. They're utilizing their roamers when they need to. They're taking advantage of their anchors. They're not over-peeking things they don't have to. The roamers doing an excellent job at getting a couple early kills and buying time. You know, you act like, oh man, both of them got killed immediately, but at that point they'd already taken out an operator apiece, or 2 operators total, you know, between the 2 of them, and had bought a minute and a half for their 3 anchors, and that's really all you need to do at that point. And if it's a 3v3, as you're starting to move downstairs, get the C4 killed on a 2v3, you really can't beat that as you try to make the execute, and they've done more than their fair share. They're on the roam, and there's discipline. They're not over peeking anything at all. Nobody on the 1st floor at all trying to prevent that hole, but you do have Maslow and Demolish playing on the 2nd floor over in reading, kind of dual peeking that, and then you have the same 3 defenders almost as before with Vertigo and Road there on the double SAS operator, and Kronos hanging long from his long peek into Cigar yet again from the same place. We'll see if this Immenz offense can try to make a play back onto Kronos, seeing as he's really not moved at all. The mute jammers are out, though, kind of preventing some of that drone from going down, but it just looks like everyone is trying to hold angles and frag fest with very, very little drone work. Baizu's going to bring it out just like that, though. Onyx is dropping right onto red stairs, kind of watching below. He sees the barricaded door, knows someone's below, but can't quite make a play yet. Kronos trying to play his Maestro Cam and hold those strong angles there, but Devil potentially maybe trying to peek onto that heaven balcony window, and Onyx still just watching from red stairs while Baizu opens up. But Vertigo with another C4 kill onto Shad. Here's Vertigo playing strong from the bathroom. Gets a very, very early C4 kill. Onyx now knows where he's at, though, and just is left right against the red wall in piano, trying to make that peek and hold that angle, but Vertigo's not going to peek it. Devil's going to take out Demolish, though, as Onyx is now just going to move straight across onto the bathroom. He sees the peek, gets the pre-fire off, but Vertigo trying to decide whether he wants to push it, but he's not. He's just going to rotate back into Freezer. There you go, talking about that disciplined defense. Easy's going to take out Road, though, and it's now a 4v3, and this is the first time, honestly, that they look pretty weak. Maslow's going to rotate out and just die, though, because he peeks the wrong angle on the way out, and Devil has the double kill. Vertigo's going to take out Onyx, though, and Kronos is going to take out Devil, and it's now a 2v2 as Easy's trying to make the long peek, but Baizu can't quite get it. Vertigo gets the triple kill, and it's all up to Baizu, as Baizu's going to take out Vertigo in the freezer. It's now a 1v1 situation with a full health Chrono, but it doesn't matter as he gets a peek, and Baizu gets the headshot onto Heaven Balcony after a full and clean round there by Immenz. You saw operators trade back and forth there for almost the entirety of the round, right until the 1v1 at the very end. And rather than kind of hanging back and holding the long angle, Kronos decides to go on the peak, and Baizu is just better as he gets the headshot onto Kronos. Now, just like that, we're going to go back upstairs, though, and not going to rotate back off. They think they can win it. They're going to stay up top and try it one more time. And now going into our 5th round here on this defensive set, they have just 2 more defensive rounds total from Zense coming out. As again, we're saying back upstairs and very little variation to what they're doing here. It's a beautiful, kind of better round from Immenz there, but still not strong as I think they're just over peaking. And honestly, Zense, despite the massive triple kill or 3K, you know, on the round from Vertigo, the rest of the other 4 just couldn't hold their own. And honestly, I think they had that if, you know, maybe Kronos just relied a little bit more on the cameras he had, especially those evil eyes placed around the map and just try to wait potentially, you know, either the plant or something to push there. Like it's a 1v1 and you have the ability to do that. So not sure what quite happened there, but you know, he was having a good game so far. There's the scoreboard. You know, not doing too bad there. Maybe just thought he could get it. Onyx drops the diffuser after actually bringing it up in the round. He is that Jackal trying to go for this quick and early roam clear. But again, to note, Maslow and Demolished on the 2nd floor. Nobody on the 1st again. So Onyx just going to start trying to come up red stairs. And this could be interesting as he might come into contact with Maslow here. But Maslow's just going to close it off as Onyx is going to get that immediate kill because he hears the open up onto Maslow. Demolish is playing underneath, trying to get the pre-fire in, but waiting on Onyx to peek him. But Onyx gets the double kill as the roam clear is complete. Solo dolo, no drone push. Onyx is going to take out both Demolish and Maslow on the 2nd floor. Now, very quickly, it's a 5v3 after just a minute into the round. So that leaves almost a full push here, unless Vertigo can make some magic happen, but it doesn't matter as that C75 comes out from Devil onto Vertigo in the bathroom, and it's a 5v2 with just Kronos trying to make the peak, but he's playing the same angle for the 3rd round in a row and just gets immediately dropped by Devil. Can't quite figure out what's happening. It's now a 1v5 for Road, and doesn't matter. He's going to down the Jackal here as Road takes out Onyx, but the diffuser is going to go down by Zoo upstairs, just right in the middle of bars. Road tries to rotate over to red stairs and gets to push up, but Baizu's watching, and so is Easy as Easy takes out Road from all the way on Newbal, playing the long angle across from pillars here. You'll see it in the replay. Good angle hold there and good call outs. Immenz coming in with a beautifully strong attack there, carried on the back of Onyx. His first 2 kills of the game, by the way, coming in there. He's 2 for 5, but he did get those 2 kills there, and that was a quick roam clear and then the immediate peaks. It just, there's no variation. I'm really glad that Zense is going back downstairs. It just kind of looked like they tried to do the same thing 3 separate times, and it didn't work after the first time. You got to have those multiple backup strategies there to kind of make variations on the way you hold the site, or Immenz is just going to read your assault like a book. They saw it the first time. They were surprised. You got the win off, but you're going to have to change it up, or they're just going to eat you alive, especially if they're playing fairly well this one, like Immenz is starting to. And Immenz figured out the strategy. Barely took it in a 1v1 the second time they played it, and the third one was just a clean sweep almost. 4 operators left alive for Immenz there at the end of the round. Just playing the same angles. They know what to pre-fire. Nobody's changing anything up, and hopefully we see something a little bit different down here in Kitchen, and it'll either come out a 3-3 split at the end of the half, which is pretty good for this map, or it'll come out on a 4-2 for Zense, and then we'll flip sides. Again, very little variation. Be surprised to see anybody playing upstairs after what happened last time they played Kitchen. They kept no one on either of the top 2 floors, and looks like it's going to be exactly the same thing again. And funny to note, we just talked about people playing the same places, and if you notice, literally the exact same angles. This works in ranked, but I don't think it's going to work here, as Immenz knows exactly where they are. Read them like a book on piano. They know they're not making variations to their strategies, and if they keep it up, they're going to see it again. They've already drone out Road, and they're going to push him, and just like that, clean sweep from multiple angles. Devil's going to come in on a quick ying push and get the kill and the frag out here. But nobody's really pushing. Maslow's kind of, the rest of the defenders are just kind of playing it safe. Baizu rotating off there from Demolish, who's playing right there in Bakery, trying to get that angle. But now it's just up to Devil, as Devil's trying to push down onto Red Stairs, as they know Maslow's there, but he just has that M10, and the call, you know, is going to come out. Maybe he's got a shotgun, but Maslow is going to take out EZ on the rotate up the stairs, and that's Sophia down, as it's now a 4v4. They're trying to make some pushes, but that's Maslow now all the way on the first floor. Onyx trying to rotate in, but not quite able to get anything. Important to note, balcony's still completely clear. But Onyx and Devil are just holding angles. Still thinking that maybe Maslow hasn't quite gone. Jackal's going to get kind of an early open there on the unreinforced wall. Because they're making the pings, he kind of saw the rotate. So they at least know where Vertigo is rotated off to. Vertigo trying to make the play. Baizu standing by with Shad. Got the freezer wall open. They don't have much to do here. Just kind of waiting for them to make a mistake. Getting a pre-fire coming out from Onyx there onto these defenders, but Maslow's just trying to watch a push from upstairs, but not sure why it's going to come out. They've read him like a book, and then a second kill comes out. Onyx gets on to Demolish. Once prone, and another kill from Onyx. He's having a great couple rounds. A double kill on this one. Onyx takes out Chrono, but doesn't matter, as Baizu and Onyx are both going to go down from a good push from Maslow. That means they're going to fall off, and it's now up to Devil and Shad. Shad trying to make this play here. He sees smoke, but it doesn't matter because Vertigo is going to get him with that shotgun, the M590, and it's just up to Devil now on a 1v2. 49 seconds left, though. Plenty to work with. His last Candela out. They're going to make the push. He's going to see him peek potentially here. He saw the head. Can't quite get it off. Maslow just kind of seeing both players have the shotgun and just want the SMG-11, but they do have the diffuser. He's going to make the push. He's going to get the one onto Vertigo as Devil gets a second kill for the round, but can't quite get the final, as Maslow gets yet another kill on the round as he clutches it for Zense. And that's 4-2 at the half for Zense. Maslow 9-2 coming in. But you know, not note that Onyx has gotten 2 kills, but that round was so close. We talked about Immenz reading them like a book, and they continued to play, but I think near the very end they just executed with significantly far too much time left on the board. They just need a little bit more information, a little bit more drones, a little bit more angle holding. You could tell that Zense was getting antsy, and Immenz could have capitalized on that. But nevertheless, we're going to make the rotate, so that means Immenz is going to go over to defense for the next 6 rounds, or until we get to 7, and Zense is switching on to attack. The first site, which is the strongest site arguably on the revamp map, is going to be Bar and Cocktail Lounge, which is that 3rd floor site. We've seen played 3 times already in the first 6 rounds. And this will be the 4th. A little bit of a variation here. Demolish choosing to bring the Buck out instead of the Sludge. And then we're also seeing an IQ come out from Vertigo. Little variation here is from the defending team is Easy opting maybe away from the Mutant. Onyx opting away from a Castle, and they're instead bringing a Valkyrie and a Legion. Valkyrie's extremely strong on this map, as information is paramount, especially when those pushes come, especially earlier when we noticed, maybe Kronos was playing Maestro with a little bit of under information there. So super excited to see how both these teams do in the second half. And again, the preferred start, it looks like here, just coming over from that Christmas market side, although kind of strong there. Struggling with that drone, trying to utilize her scanner, but not quite working out there, as realizing that it's probably just easier to shoot the camera with your main gun. Devil playing right on white stairs with all the wire in the world, sitting there playing, facing it down and in. Easy over in trains. Those are 2 roamers underneath. One of them with the C4, important to note, which is going to be super strong coming into Piano or New Bank. Onyx playing right into Piano, so they're immediately just deciding they're going to contest. Unlike before, they have that peek hole, the cheeky peek hole, looking right into the New Bank. He kind of sees the angle. I'm super curious to see if he can get a kill here. He's going to rotate off, though. Maslow already at half health. Trying to figure out how to make the play, but Onyx is staying right where he's at despite being droned out. Buck opening up, demolished there, right into Freezer from reading. 0 pressure from these roamers here. This Devil is just watching reading be opened up, Easy pushing around into pillars, but if they're not careful, they're just going to get popped out. But Kronos is going to take out Onyx, and what I'm pretty sure was just a complete freak out moment from Devil on the back. The pressure, but it doesn't matter as Easy gets 1 and Easy gets 2 on the finish on the demolish and Road and reading. And it's now a 4-3 Immenz on a great bait and switch by Devil and Easy. Maslow now stuck on that new bounce, trying to make the long play, but Baizu is gonna see him. Not quite get the finish, but Easy's gonna get it with that C4 we were talking about earlier on to Maslow, and Cronus immediately refragged onto Devil, and it's now very quickly a 2v3. Cronus moving over to Reading there. Vertigo peeking down from Reading, though, into Pillars, as that's Easy still alive and left unpushed underneath. Kronos knows that Baizu, is hanging out on to Heaven. Vertigo coming back over. They're both now out of drones. But this Immenz team just playing discipline. Using those Val cams we talked about earlier, how important they were as Shad is using it, but Vertigo is going to find it using the scanner. I'm surprised they hadn't used it yet. And Kronos is going to try and trade off onto Easy in the white hallway, but instead chooses to opt over and use one of his exothermic charges to open up. Shad playing right on White Stairs entry, but Easy is going to go down after a strong performance underneath to Kronos, as Shad's just waiting for them to make the push down White Stairs. Baizu's seeing Vertigo, not quite able to get the kill with 15 seconds left. They're going to have to execute. Kronos is just going down for the plant by himself. Not really sure what happened there, but Shad's going to take advantage of that play. And Vertigo now left alone, trying to find these last two players. Can't quite make the execute on it. And with no time left, Immenz wins the round to time. It's now a 3-4, getting closer and closer to being a tied ball game here as we go into round number 8. Coming into round number 8, we're going downstairs, so kind of following the same pattern and order that Zense did. Immenz is starting back down into kitchen for the second defensive round after they won upstairs. Vertigo opting to break out the gridlock, changing off the IQ, and Road picking up the IQ. Getting some 6 picks, though. Vertigo decided to go for that Dokkaebi, maybe try to pressure the roam clear a little bit more after they got eaten alive downstairs on the second floor in the last round, and then getting that 6 pick over to the Maestro, is Milos likes to say. And we're in kitchen. Both of these teams just, completely different play styles, and it's super cool to watch. Immenz being really strong on the roam, where, Zense favored kind of the anchor play there. Maybe a little bit of a roam here and there, but Immenz really taking full advantage of their roam ability, and then just able to kind of take that round out slowly based on time and pressuring those last two operators, even in a 2v2, to try to make that rush push with just 15 seconds left, which that's all you have to do. All you have to do. But again, we're not going to see any operators onto the second or third floor from Immenz. All choosing to play kind of down and in. Devil in the Christmas spot that we saw not work out very, very well the second time around for Zense. It looks like we're going to start with the top floor clear, though. So we're getting the second floor, first floor, and top floor all droned out at the same time. Not really sure who's executing off of it, because every single member almost of Zense is running. So not sure who's exactly taking advantage of the information they're attempting to garner here, but doesn't look like anyone. Devil holding strong in Christmas. Not sure if he's been droned out or not, but 2 drones coming in that way, potentially from Maslow and Kronos. But again, that's just 2 drones hanging loose, and nobody really doing anything at all with that information. Road and Dimash going to open up from the third floor. Road immediately kind of prepped to drop on a Scar, but they're still trying to find this player that's just kind of hanging loose. But Shad with the long angle onto reading window here. Just waiting for that operator to swing in. He hears him swing in. He's trying to get the kill off. Can't quite make the peak. Going to take a little damage onto Kronos, but not enough to finish it off, as Kronos is going to get that hatch in fireplace down into kitchen. So just like that's going to go down. The diffuser dropped, but not without some damage here, as Kronos dropped all the way down to Sliver Repel, and was super detrimental for that planter. They're opening up and completely reconstructing above, though. is they finally got the drone out onto Devil, who's just hanging in. They're going to make the Devil push, but he's not even going to shoot, despite seeing both of them come across his field of view as Maslow just takes out Devil, and the second thermite charge is going to go out. And this is going to be super interesting for the defending team here as they hang right just outside of Freezer. Most importantly, Baisu just waiting for this push to come in. Maestro, though, is going to take out Road as Onyx gets the first kill on the round for Immenz. Just kind of holding angles now, and Kronos pushing right in onto Baisu, coming right out of Freezer. Getting that kill. Maslow now up, maybe Vertigo coming in, but Kronos almost entry fragging here. Talk about a fragmite. Onyx trying to make that peek onto that long window. Not quite able to get it. Rotating around for Christmas, though. Easy is going to take out Maslow, and Onyx onto Kronos from inside the site, and it's now a 2v3 as Amash is just getting smoked out. Going to have to try and make the push, but another kill from Shad using the smoke after being super lit up by Onyx, and then Onyx another kill onto Vertigo. Extremely, extremely impressive play on that LMG by Onyx. Kind of anchoring and hold. If it wasn't for the smoke canister, he'd have had that one as well after such a great round on defense again by Immenz. We're tied up 4-4. We'll now be going on to the second floor for the third site rotation. They're going to utilize the exact same rotation as New Zense, so they shouldn't be super unfamiliar on what's happening here as we go into Reading and Fireplace. On a 4-4 game. Again, we only have 4 rounds left in the game and the half. If each team wins 2, that's 1 point per, but we need one of these teams to win 3 of the next 4 rounds to walk away with the win tonight. Shad opting out of the bandit. Here's we're going to second floor. Not too important here at all. On the second floor, instead opting onto that roam, like drone denial here. Trying to just delay some information potentially from this struggling attacking team of New Zense. Again, we talked about it with Immenz, but it looks like they're struggling with the exact same problems that Immenz did on attack. They're just, and maybe even worse. You know, like the whole team looks like the whole team is droning and the whole team's pushing. And the whole team's droning and the whole team's pushing. This isn't Russia. This isn't a communal event. We're not doing everything together. You know, we're trying to be independent people here, and we're trying to take turns and play off information and figure out exactly what's happening and execute off of it. Clear the ground you clear the drone with a person. But instead, everyone's just making moves, but no one wants to make them in conjunction with somebody else. It's going to be a fairly slow start. Here's all the teams try to, you know, get up to the building initially. But we'll take a look here at the roam presence. So you see Baisu, Onyx, and, you know, potentially you can count Shad there on the second floor. But then you have Easy and Devil playing up on the third floor, trying to, you know, with the support of potentially Vertigo, or not Vertigo, excuse me, the support of potentially Shad hanging out up there, but they're just kind of double holding this Heaven White Stairs side as Carlos trying to get those drones in, Road playing off, but again, you know, we talk about no one really covering angles except for Demolish playing off the information. Is good for him. No one's made the call that someone is playing right in the bathroom, but Shad doesn't matter. He's going to whiff all of his shots here after barely damaging Demolish, and such a wasted opportunity there from Shad on Immenz after what's been pretty strong play, and they made the call that their operator's left alive here, but Kronos is going to take out Devil onto Heaven back and then flash himself, and it's just Shad left upstairs with Easy, so it's 2 operators still left alive. Easy kind of waiting on this push maybe to come out here from Road and Kronos. Kronos tried to maybe, you know, make this move while we now have Demolish switch over. Shad's just dropping, falling off to completely leaving Easy alone. Easy's going to almost whiff the kill under Road, but he's going to get it and then get refragged after a struggle from Maslow right across the main bar. And the roam clear is out now at the cost of just Road. Fairly successful roam. Demolish trying to get this frag off and down into trains. He's going to do some damage to himself. Not sure how that happened, but he's going to get the damage from the nade on himself. Onyx playing near the top of Red Stairs. Shad playing right on white, and that leaves Baisu just alone on this hatch into Laundry. Masu's trying to peek it potentially. And Onyx is going to take out Vertigo, though, and it's now a 3v3 on a play right on top where he's going to rotate off knowing he's done his work. Baizu's making the call. Shad can't quite get the kill with the C4. Baizu's going to get droned out, and I'm just waiting on this drop to be executed from Maslow here. He's not going to make the drop. He sees him still playing there. The drop's actually not going to come out. He's going to put a breach charge down, try to make some plays. As Baizu just kind of falls off that, you see, right into reading there. Just hanging loose. Kronos is going to go down, though. And demolished, though, onto Kronos. Picks up the diffuser. Rousing has to make this push into Baizu with a shotgun with just 10 seconds left. Baizu misses the first shot, gets his second, reloads, and nice! On the final kill as Onyx gets the kill onto Kronos, and a double kill from Baizu there. Shotgun to knife. What in the world happened? But Baizu holding it out there for Immenz as they take their third round in a row. Making the move on to the 10th round. It's now 5-4 in advantage of Immenz. They have to win just 2 more rounds to win the match of the next 3. We're going to go back upstairs to Bar and Cocktail, though, as we go onto that 3rd floor. Again, the strongest side arguably on the map. And very little variation from either team here on the operator choice. And just as I say that, Baizu brings out the Kaid, which we've yet to see this entire matchup, which kind of strange there on 3rd floor. You know, typically you'd figured you'd see it on some hatches, but Immenz, you know, chose to play some of the hatches to fall off on, you know, especially into laundry. Go ahead and rehost for hosting team prompts first. See if let's get them all to fall out here, and they're going to fall out there, and we're going to get the rehost in. Is now I'm going to have to do the strong work. Figuring out how to make this rehost work. So we're going to get the rehost work. Just hang tight here as we get it reworked, and stand by. We'll be right with you guys shortly. Oh, I hate... And ladies and gentlemen, we are back after the rehost. We rehosted due to a sound bug there at the very end. And we're moving back on to... And we're not back. Stand by.
Shut. Change the team.
And we're back again for the third time, coming into the Immenz new Zense game. Going into round number 10, back upstairs on bar and cocktail. Again, Immenz just has to win 2 of the next 3 rounds to win the match versus new Zense. New Zense struggling on attack as Immenz has taken all 3 of the first defensive rounds against new Zense, which granted new Zense did the same thing to Immenz, but we'll see if we can't pull it off here and eventually, potentially bring it into a tie. All new Zense has to do is at this point win 3 and the ability to actually win the game, or just 2 to tie. Immenz in a good spot again where they only need 1 to at least guarantee 1 point, but they need 2 if they want to guarantee to win. Upstairs has been a mixed sight thus far into the map. So coming into the map, we've seen it right now at a 2-2. So it's been won twice and lost twice. hunt defensive side, that is. And we're going to see a lot of the reconstruction come out. Onyx getting fairly standard with some of the evil eye placement here. And Onyx taking a little bit of damage right at the beginning of the game, which is not going to be a great start for him as he's their full heavy anchor there. Looks like about 20 damage. And now again, we're starting into round number 10. 15 seconds in. Zense is going to have to figure out how to execute on to this top floor or kitchen. And if they can't figure out both, then they've lost this map after a pretty good defensive push. Road trying to make the play here on the white hall. Getting a quick early pre-fire unintended onto Baizu. Not even sure if he knows he did it. Besides seeing some of the blood, he's going to make that call come out onto his teammates here. But we're talking about, you know, kind of a roam presence. And this time, Immenz electing only to leave Devil by himself on the second floor, as the drones immediately come out with Easy, Shad, Baisu, and Onyx all playing in the top. Easy rotating straight into the middle piano on maybe an early call, but Onyx playing in the exact same spot, almost a little bit different peak, but in the same spot as his predecessor. Devil gonna run out onto Demolish though, and the sledge is gonna go down just like that, dropping straight into Nubalk and Red Stairs on a fairly ballsy entrance. Knowing Cigar's covered, Easy's making the creep up on a Nubalk. Knows Thatcher. Maslow is just waiting right around the corner. He's going to make that push, but he's about to get trapped from Red Stairs. Rotate on around to Nubalk. He's going to get Bazu and almost get the double kill. And going to get the double kill onto Road as he takes out 2 now onto that Balk. He's going to pre-fire over onto Kronos, but can't quite execute. Feeling good about himself. That now leaves Vertigo on Red Stairs, trying to watch from beneath, but also pressure up above as Easy tries to make the kill, but it doesn't matter as Baizu takes out Easy from behind, and that's just going to be a C4 super damaging. She wished, but not quite, onto Vertigo, but then Vertigo is going to take out Devil. She rotates all the way up the stairs, and it's now a 2v2 after 2 whiffs there from Immenz. 1 on a team kill because Baizu just couldn't let it go all the way from across, and now puts him in a 2v2, but they just have to be patient here as Vertigo's trying to use the Twitch drone to attack the player, maybe piss him off, not quite sure. Onyx gets revenge, though, immediately onto Vertigo, and it's now a 1v2, but now quickly turned into 1v1 as Kronos takes out Onyx from Nubalk to heaven. Baizu's stuck in Freezer trying to figure out how exactly he wants to rotate around, but surprise, Kronos knows he's there. Only 20 seconds left. If Baizu is smart, he's just going to wait on Kronos to plant and make Kronos be the one that's stressed out about trying to make the push and get the plant off. He's going to make the rush in with just 10 seconds left. Baizu peeks out in the bar. Not sure quite why. He's going to try to pre-fire it off. Baizu just needs to hide. That's all he needs to do. Doesn't matter. He's going to rotate it, and Kronos with the hipfire headshot onto Baizu as he's sitting on the floor. No idea what Baizu was thinking about going prone there, but as you watch it come in, right here, the final hipfire shot, the freak spray. Saving grace for Zense. Saving grace for Zense. And now it's a 5v5 going into the 11th round. So if either team wants to win this game, they have to win the next 2 rounds for that to happen, as there, again, there's only 2 left. That's all they have to do here is pull off the next 2 rounds, but it's better said than done. See if Immenz can recompose themselves after a couple issues there with Baizu on the team kill and then having Devil just rotate right into a Claymore. If they can kind of correct those, this round should be in the bag for them based on what happened last time, and if we can pull that off, this could be the next 2 rounds in the bag for Immenz. And you know, potentially, I don't know, you know, if Zense can figure out how to make that work again, they might be way better off than last time. Devil, Immenz, Onyx, Baizu, and Shad still upstairs completely, getting the setup done. Devil throwing out those Valk cams. The black eyes. Oh, this is one trying to make the replacement here for the end of the round. Not maybe quite what Devil wanted it to be, but prepping that for a run out and then going right back downstairs where Devil's comfortable after a strong double performance on Rome here. Devil, and then, you know, a good push early from Easy, but we'll see if Easy can kind of stay back out of the roam is here, just like it was meant to be. The C4 coming out, just completely wasted from Shad there, I guess, trying to open up some rotates and get the angles. Devil trying to play those early cams, though. Not sure if Nuisance is going to let that happen for the second time, though. And with 2 minutes left in the round here, still waiting outside, trying to get the initial early peaks. Can't quite get it. Onyx playing the same angle that Maestro's played every single time that this map has been played on this site. Excuse me, not map, but this site has been played on this map. Easy stuck again right outside of Piano. Demolis trying to make some work happen, but got to know that Devil's just waiting. But Devil's just going to rotate all the way off and around. Is now trying to make this push on to Reading. The Devil just waiting and holding. The line call is going to come out. Those roads sitting right on the new bout. Kronos is going to open up the wall into Piano. Easy prepped for the actual push there. And Easy is going to get another kill onto Rhodes here for the first pick of the round. Easy's just got to wait on Kronos to make the push out. And they're going to get into a tussle, kind of sitting here right in Piano. Just waiting on some potential backup from both sides. But Easy's just going to hold the angle. He knows someone's got to be watching from the new bow. But not quite there yet. Easy's going to make the pre-fire pick. Kronos getting the flash kind of halfway out, but saved by the ADS. The drone's going to ping out. They know he's there. But no execute with just 50 seconds left. They're going to have to make something happen as now all 4 of the 5 are sitting up. Devil trying to peek on the new balk, though. They know someone's there. Vertigo is going to take out Easy eventually, finally, though. It's now a 4v4, but Devil's going to take out Kronos and the diffuser's down. That's going to be Demolish rotating clean, open into sight, trying to dodge the C4 that Demolish has to know is below. The pre-fire is coming out from Shad. Can't quite get the kill. They're going to pick the push in, but Shad's going to get the shotgun kill with a super shorty onto Demolish. As Baizu takes out Vertigo. Onyx takes out Maslow from across the long round, and that is Immenz. Up on the match points, it's now 6-5. If Immenz can pull off what I presume will be Kitchen on the final round of the match, then Immenz will take this game home 7-5. And we are, in fact, going downstairs into Kitchen, so going that bottom side, kind of following the same rotation pattern that we've seen both teams follow up to this point. And very minimal change here from the lineup, besides Road finally deciding to break out that Jackal, and then Easy coming out with the Vigil, but 6 picking back onto the Jaeger, which he's very clearly comfortable with, as Easy and Devil have just been putting up an absolute outstanding roam to this point. And now what could potentially, or well, it is the final round of the matchup here. But we'll see if Immenz, could potentially take the win out on this one, or is both teams just going to get a tie? At this point, you're as Immenz, you've secured at least 1 point. You're getting something from this game. But if the win can come off, that's going to be a huge 3 points after a game that's taken us all the way to the very end. And minimal change here from the team. They're getting nothing to stop the white wall, assuming Baisu uses the kite charges 4 hatches, but he's still saving both. So he does, he could potentially also try to trick this. He's got it open 4 impacts, so Baisu's going to get the hatch with the kite trick, and I wouldn't be surprised based on the way the wall's open if they utilize his impacts for the pre-fire. But he's also going to be able to watch onto white stairs from that, so a good angle coming out from Baisu there, utilizing that KSG-12. Demolish hanging out prone, trying to get the quick early drones off, as Rhodes doing the long angle holding, as they just pretty much decide to forego second and third floor. Vertigo trying to get some drone work on a little bit of second floor, but nobody from Immenz hanging out on third floor. Getting to listen to that beautiful piano music here as I'm on the overhead cam. Instead, Devil opting to hang out in Kochek, which has typically been their extremely strong roamer. Kronos trying to utilize just a peek hole right in the garage door, which is almost, it's basically like, hey, shoot my head here. pull all the way down towards Christmas, but not quite able to get it off yet. Devil going to take some damage, though, on a long. But Devil with the headshot on a demolish. She goes all the way from Coat into Christmas. She knows someone else is there, though, and it's Road. Road sees her peek out, but can't quite connect literally any of the shots here. But Devil, you know, a second opportunity there for Road to get shots connected, but can't quite get it. And I'm feeling pretty strong about Devil getting the cake on this one here. Road's got to know she's going back to the window. She did it before. Road not connecting any of the shots, but he's about to get double peeks from the site. He's not super careful. Easy's going to take out Road on the long shot. We talked about the double peek coming in from site, and Easy's going to get it. And it's now 5v3, looking good for Immenz. Is Maslow, Kronos, and Vertigo are going to have to figure out what's going on here. Devil making a push up, got him trapped into Christmas, as Maslow's now pretty well aware there's somebody playing in the bar area, but Devil's just going to go prone and wait. Kronos trying to get the wall off. He's just going to get an impact trick both times on a beautiful impact trick, and then dies immediately to Easy. Easy and Devil really carrying this Immenz team on a strong roam here, is just leaving Baizu free to just protect the wall and do what he needs to get done. Onyx and Chad to play safely, and Maslow, though, is going to finally take out Devil after a great roam here. Easy trying to make the peek back into Christmas. Almost dies for it. They just need to slow down. It's a 4v2. All they have to do is hold sight. That's it. Onyx playing all the way from Small Bakery, though. All the way into Christmas area, almost the backside of bar back there. Maslow moving over into Kochek. Vertigo opening above. He doesn't see the smoke, though. He missed the smoke completely through the holes. Maslow's going to take out Shad, though, on a almost astounding push from Shad there. Or Maslow, excuse me. But Easy takes him out. And with 10 seconds left, it's the round. But it doesn't matter as Immenz wins round number 12. And it's 7-5 victory for Immenz versus Nuisance. What a game. What a game. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your caster, Misfit Midas, and this is Hydro League. Stay tuned for our next matchup of the night. Immediately following this, as soon as we can get the whole host and everything set back up, we are going to see Jaeger and Good Game Well Played come out and play the next match. So hang tight if you want to continue seeing some Hydro League gameplay, and just stand by.
Depression time. Ooh. They're fucking retarded, so. Hey Caster, you alive? Guys, I mean, you could have CD because it's our sub and he sucks, so.
Yeah, we'll swap, yeah. Yeah, this game just froze as well.
Sorry, I didn't know it.
Guys,
Because he's a subby field, bad so he left.
guys, are you sure we don't want to play with CD, you know? He's really good there.
Yeah, the
At
rest of
Immenz.
your 4v5 seems fair.
Marius, can you hop in for them as their 5th?
Can we get Fabian from Chidu, please? Because, you know. Yo, meet us. Meet us. Let the stream know that CD is our sub, please.
Easy
Alright,
peasy.
nice. Thank you, Twitter.
Mega.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second matchup of the night. I'm your caster, Misfit Midas, and this is Hydro League. Good game, well played. We'll call them GG or good game for short for the rest of the matchup. Is going to be facing Jaeger eSports. The map is going to be Clubhouse, and the bands just came out. Maverick, Montaigne, Echo, and Mira. A couple of these are super important bands. We're looking as far as like Maverick goes, right? So Maverick, an extremely important operator when you go to places like CC or Gym Bedroom or things like that to open the wall, including even hatches on basement. He's going to be, by and large, the most efficient way to get the walls open when you do have a bandit present, which we automatically are going to on almost any of those sites or a Cade or something without getting creative with a Twitch, a Capital, a Buck, a Zofia, any way like you can help assist that Thermite in opening it up. That's just by and large the easiest way is that Maverick and the defending team, Jaegers, just taking that out almost immediately. We're going to see some 6 picks come out. Sadia is going to bring out Capital, and Zuido is going to 6 pick onto that Cade. Because we're going basement, he's going to need to Cade charge those hatches that are going to be super, super important. For instance, this one right here you see on the screen in kitchen, that's going to open up right onto the B-bomb site. Another all-important one is going to be the stock hatch, which opens up right into blue. And then the moto hatch, which comes straight from bar. All 3 of those hatches are going to be super important when it comes to holding the site. You know, obviously he can only pick 2 of those hatches, reinforced, and then also, you know, Kai trick. So he can only get 2 of his Kai charges down on those, but going to be extremely important. In addition to getting the dirt reinforcements, which you saw him do just previously there. Super excited to see this matchup and see how we go from this point on, trying to figure out what the roam game looks like for these teams, how their attack is, if it's coordinated, if it's not, how they push off drones. If you're just hanging out with the last game, we talked about all of those things. And we're now excited to see how these teams can do the same things coming into this matchup. initially getting some early drones out here into stock. They're going to bring the Hibana and the Thermite and double Harborage, pretty common. Destiny's going to be able to open up, you know, the tunnel wall right there. But then Polar also going to be able to get hatches. But it doesn't matter. Jirachi right off the bat from the top of Garage is going to take out Sadia. And that's the Capitao gone. A huge, huge loss here for this offensive attacking team. Super good roam almost immediately there by Jirachi as he immediately rotates back into CC and tries to hang out just up there. Well, now their second Harborage, Polar's trying to get that pre-fire on the window. Can't quite get anything off. And Jirachi's still just hanging out upstairs, waiting on the push. But they're just going to almost choose to leave him alone here. As Polar's going to choose to come in and get the stock catch into blue, which is going to open up on Ali Pali, as he's now having to play in from blue while they have that over. But they're just choosing almost to peek it. Not sure if they just don't have any drones left or if they're just trying to figure out exactly how to play it. They're immediately dropping some flashes in, but he's not choosing to rotate it off, but he could if he wanted to with the rotate off there in blue. You see we have 4 defenders stock on site. And then Jirachi still just waiting to sandwich up in CC, not really being pushed. It's kind of interesting from Good Game is they know he's up there, but not really choosing to do too much about it. They're just not pinching him. They're just kind of cutting him off. Here's Polar tries to watch and kind of maintain that, but not really going anywhere with it. Jirachi making a couple plays just with some pre-fires, but not quite able to get anything off. Hot Dog just holding. Those are Hot Doggy. Destiny going to utilize the second exothermic charge onto the hatch. Now, there's a K-trick, but the doesn't matter because that impact's just going to come right off. Polar's going to take out Jawani. And it's now a 4v4, but Good Game definitely hurting more on that health department here. Jirachi's still upstairs. And with just 30 seconds left, the execute's going to have to come out soon. It's going to have to come out soon. Polar dropping straight into Moto here. Jirachi just kind of still hanging up next, playing right into Church, trying to hold off against Moto, but not going to quite be able to hold off on this execute as they make the push in. Polar's going to get another down. Hot Dog is going to take out Jirachi, and Polar's going to take out Zuido. It's now very quickly 4v2 as Baka's going to have to try and rotate in against Nex, holding it off. Baka's taking out Ali Pali, and it's just Nex left on site. Behind that Church bar, Nex is going to take out Polar. He knows he's behind the smoke, but can't quite get the kill here as Baka finishes it off on a Nex. And Good Game well played is going to take round number 1 downstairs on basement. Moving into round number 2, Jaeger eSports is going to move upstairs, choosing not to replay the basement site. Oh, I lied. Jaeger eSports is choosing to replay the basement site, think they can win it there. For the longest time, they had the early pick, and they had the split, but then just the anchors could not hold, kind of almost the opposite from what we saw last game, where the anchors did almost literally all of the fragging. You know, the early rounds there it was, at least, you know, the roamers kind of die off and the anchors held, where it looks like kind of on this team right now, it's all up to the roamers. And if you don't have the roamer to kind of put that pressure on, the anchors are just going to collapse there. And the attacking team of Good Game Well Played made an excellent use of their attacking, just straight frag power, collapsing onto that site extremely quick. And that was without the Capitao to kind of flesh out some of those defenders. They just won every single gunfight they came into. Pretty standard lineup, almost, you know, just essentially the same here. Seeing very minimal variance, except for we're gonna, you know, see Ali Pali bring out the Legion as opposed to the smoke. But overall, almost the same. Besides also not getting that Kaid instead, we're just getting the basic Mozzie operator that Zuidi's gonna play. Try to get some of that drone denial. See if that helps him out a little bit on that information push, but not sure if we can actually get it. Jawani. Got it now. Immediately, drones are going to come out right into Garage, and that's going to kind of push Jirachi out, which, you know, that's where he was before, but instead this time playing over onto the bedroom side, trying to come down onto red stairs, but very little people waiting underneath here. Garage is going to get cleared out here as Polar's just kind of waiting, you know, to be able to take Garage and make that clear. But again, Jirachi is all the way on bedroom hallway. Polar just sprinting across, being followed by drones. is making that push and not quite sure if they're going to be able to get it out. Polar just coming all the way across. Jirachi's watching that cam, though. The drone's going to find him. He's going to shoot the drone. They know he's there. Polar's waiting to get that peek off onto Jirachi. He sees him, but it doesn't matter. Jirachi's going to take out Polar into bedroom from upstairs. As now Hot Doggy's trying to push onto red. Doesn't quite see Jirachi, though. As now Jirachi's pinched between the window on red stairs, and right underneath him is Hot Doggy's making that push up. He sees him, though, and can't. Almost misses the kill, but Hot Doggy takes out Jirachi, and it's now very quickly a 4v3. The hatch is going to go off, almost. I guess not quite. I thought the hatch was going off. I guess I misheard here. They're trying to place the hatch. Okay, I guess they just lost one, it looked like, almost, unless they used it outside, as they're now getting stock hatch into blue. Hot Doggy pushing it down on the main stairs. Trying to make the play against both Nex and Zuido, hanging out in Modo. Hot Doggy shooting across the unreinforced wall into Arsenal, but really unable to get anything. And here's kind of the play on a wide view here. You can see the defensive operators kind of spread out here, but Hot Doggy's going to go down from, look like Nex, I might be wrong, but Bach is going to try and get the pick up, and this would be a prime opportunity for a C4 here if they could get out of a hole, but Nex unable to execute anything there. Still not picking Hot Doggy up. Important to note. Hot Doggy does get picked up, though, and just 30 seconds left. It's just going to be a massive frag fest from Jawani all the way down the hall here. If they try to push that, it's just going to be a suicide fest. Jawani's going to get a second kill onto Hot Doggy. And that leaves very minimal effort left alive from good game well played here. Sadie is stuck on blue stairs. Destiny's coming from oil. And with just 15 seconds left, unless they can just absolutely outfrag the 4 remaining operators on Jaegers, this is all but over. Not quite being able to take advantage of anything, but the handgun. Jawani is going to get a 3rd kill on the round. And Nex got the last 2. My bad. Jawani's going to take 2 that round, and so is Nex's. Round number 2 on basement, despite the redo from the Jaegers, is going to come out. And a victory for the Jaegers. It's now a 1v1, and we're going to move upstairs for the next site. There's your scoreboard after the first 2 rounds. Will look like an initial good attack from good game well played. They're just kind of shattered at the very end as they tried to, I mean, good for them, bring up variance on the attack. They rotated away from the blue side, coming all the way over onto Church, and the Arsenal dropping down, Church side, moving right down main stairs and trying to get in that hall, trying to come up with a different execute, but then they just got stuck and frozen right there in the entryway at the bottom of main stairs and couldn't quite come off and out of it. But we are going to move over to CCTV Cache, the one of the multiple sites we talked about, that Maverick ban being so important. The wall we were talking about is the one you see you're watching, reinforcing right now, leading outside the balcony, as if they do decide to bandit trick it, and they're unable to utilize, say, the cap towel from bottom garage, utilizing the window, they can just put the bolt right in there to stop him, etc. Then a Maverick is just a super efficient way to get all that off there at the very beginning, especially if you're really worried about the bandit tricking. But with Maverick gone, it's just going to be a straight bandit tricking contest and seeing how well that GG can get them off of the wall. And that's going to all rest on Ali Pali. Switched up there. See if that won't come out. And switched. So the bandit charge is going to immediately go down. Sorry, I was trying to fix the overlay there. As Ali Polly just waiting for that bandit trick, but Hot Doggy and Destiny going to have to try and make the most of it they can. As Hot Doggy's already used 2 of his EMP charges, and Ali Polly's not even sweating. He has 1 shock wire left to try to make this delay. Gonna see Jawani get that kill on a Sadia, and there's the cap towel gone, which would have been super important to try to help get this wall open. And Ali Polly is just not gonna have to even worry about it, though, as Destiny's just opening up that offset wall. He has 1 exothermic charge left, though, and Ali Polly has just 1 bandit charge left. Hot Doggy trying to peek into construction there. Jawani's still playing right in the garage. Destiny just waiting, though, as Baka is just in the back trying to drone out. Polar's going to take out Jirachi, though, and Hot Doggy onto Jawani as it very quickly from a 4v5 to a 5v3. But Ali Polly got the last charge. He's not going to have to worry about it. If he's paying attention, he knows one thermite charge went off the back, and that was the second one he just tricked. And that's it. That's all he has to worry about. So now he just can play and utilize his gun to try and hold this round. But it is 3 very, very small operators here left to try and hold this site against the attacking force of GG. Hot Doggy's going to take out Ali Polly here. And now Baka is still just trying to get rid of this Maestro Cannon before making the execute. But really, Hot Doggy just in with it. Filled himself today. Trying to make the move onto Zuido and Nex. Next, maybe trying to make the play out on to Hot Dog, and he does. Polar's going to open up the wall, and the diffuser's going to go down, but Polar's going to go down from inside from Zuido. It's now a 2v2, and the diffuser's not going down. He's just kind of hanging out, but there's the diffuser starting to go down as Baka takes out Zuido. Destiny not quite doing it yet, though. He knows the diffuser's going down. Has no more smoke charges. The plan's going to be faked by Destiny, but Nex is going to kill him anyways. And it's now a 1v1 as Baka is stuck at the top of red stairs with just 30 seconds left. All Nex has to do is hold it. He's going to make the play off. He's going to lose a quarter of his health there doing that. But just 20 seconds left. He's trying to buy time. Not sure what's happening right now. 15 seconds left. He makes the push up over the shield. He knows he's there. And Nex clutches it for Jaeger eSports, as that's round number 2 on the win for Jaeger. And we're now making the move here as GG well played is now going to have to try and figure out how to attack Gym Bedroom. Sorry, guys, about the over here. Trying to figure out exactly how to get this switched. Not sure what's going on. I don't think I updated it completely here. Make sure we get the update going, and we'll get it switched over here. Should be fixed here soon. So again, we are going over to Gym Bedroom. Zuido's going to have to deal with, again, bandit tricking. The pool wall, the jacuzzi wall, whatever you like to prefer to call it. Jawani is going to be super important here. Bringing the castle barricades to try and stop the attack pretty much on Zuido while he tries to bandit trick that wall. You'll see he's doubling the window and the door there. And then also choosing to close off logistics, all fairly common spots to put your castle barricades. Choosing just to leave logistics out of play as best they can. Kind of keep the attacking operators trapped in there if they so choose to drop down in there. And then Zuido just has to hold this jacuzzi slash tub slash pool, whatever you want to call it, wall. We'll see what the roam presence looks like here. There's the scoreboard for right now. Jirachi having a good early couple picks on the first 2 rounds, but really unsuccessful there on the last round. But Jirachi now back in garage and then dropping straight into oil pit. Almost kind of delaying, trying to get Cedia to try to figure out exactly where he's at. But then choosing, again, to rotate all the way down through Arsenal and then what will eventually be back up main stairs. Baka already taking into stock here. Just drawing straight up, trying to clear the CCTV cache side as Cedia is the one that's going to be making the push. And then as they're peeking up and over, though, we do have an operator just roaming right outside of cache, and that's Jawani. And then also Ali Polly sitting in cache. That M590 is mute. Super important. They're going to see the free charge come open from red stairs here, though. The push potentially maybe coming in. The drone's going to find him, though. Figure out exactly where he's at. And Jawani's going to take out Baka. Right from construction, though. And that's now Ali Polly left in cache there. But Destiny's going to take out Jawani. And Ali Polly's about to get crushed from both red stairs and CC. He's been droned out. He's going to try and make the push onto one of them. He sees some of them, but it doesn't matter. So Cedia, however you pronounce it, got the kill. And immediately pushes into cache. It's now a 4v3 here as Polar, Hot Doggy, Cedia, and Destiny are all absolutely just moving on to construction. Sweeto not even having to really worry about the wall because they're just not even attacking us. Now Zuido and Nex are going to have to hold long angle, especially next to this SMG-11, all the way across into that construction door. Polar taking out Jirachi there, and it's now a 4-2. As they've now identified where both operators are, and they're just going to be making the instant breach in here. Almost. Hot Doggy trying to actually figure out how to get in. Hot Doggy placing the breach charge on the wall. It's going to open up, and that's immediately going to split the site. Zuido's waiting to peek it right on the main. But it's going to be super important for next year as they almost try to just absolutely make it in. The smoke is going to go out. Zuido just kind of waiting, almost falling off pretty much. The construction. Nex is going to get the kill onto Polar onto the bedroom window. But Nex is going to go down from Hot Doggy, who's just waiting. In logistics, Zuido's going to get the kill onto Hot Doggy. The defuse is going down by Destiny, though, as he's planting it right in bedroom. Sadia is covering it. The plant's actually going to go down. The C4 is going to go off, almost taking out one of the players who he thought was on the inside, but he was in fact right outside the window. Zuido's going to have to now peek and play both of them. One hiding behind the mattress, the one off the windows. This actually might be a chance for Zuido to capitalize on their split here. He's got to know he's behind the mattress. But the problem is they have zero information here. Trying to make the play. He doesn't have much to work with. He sees one of them. He sees him peek, but it doesn't matter as Destiny is going to take out Zuido there, and that's going to be into that round for a 2-2 tie, currently 4 rounds into the first half. We're moving into round number 5 on Clubhouse. We're going to go back downstairs to Church Arsenal. It has been 3 rounds since we last played it there. So we're going to move back down as Jaeger attempts to re-hold Church. This will be the 3rd time this side has been played in the past 5 rounds. If you include this round as the 3rd time. They're 1-1 so far. And we'll see just a little variance come out from the attacking team of GG. Baka's got to break over to that IQ. Try to get some information primarily on the utilization of, maybe necessarily like the Evil Eyes, the Bandit charges. Surprised they still brought those out, but they're bringing them out. And we are starting here. Looks, again, we talked about it, very little variance in the side setup. You almost always, have to get tunnel unless you're just trying to play it super awkwardly. You've got to get that back church wall. And then you've got to get the hatches. And those are the necessary reinforcements. And that's going to take down 8 of your reinforcements, leaving you kind of 2 to play with, which typically, like you can see here, will get played and put around that blue wall. Or potentially, even some upstairs all the way in CC, depending on how you're trying to defend and play. The roam is going to come out, again, potentially on a solo roam here by Ollie Polly, but he's going right back downstairs. And then we should see who's typically been that room where Jirachi move back up, but instead he's just kind of hanging loose. And there he goes, making his move on and up to get into his room. Polar, Hot Doggy, and Destiny all droning out right now. As CD, trying to make moves along with Baka just to clear based off the drone work that they've been given by their teammates. Pretty quick and efficient way to get the information. Jirachi hanging out right in Junkyard entrance, though, all the way back in the lockers. Trying to get on the cams and figure out exactly how to make those moves. If you're not familiar with where that's out the map, it's right outside the strip club, all the way on that left side. CD and Baka have complete control of upstairs right now. Polar just hanging out. The hatch in blue isn't even reinforced, oddly enough. But still trying to help drone this cap tower, and even though despite her probably being the most likely person to get attacked there. Ollie, Polly, Nex, Zuido, and Giovanni all hanging out right there in basement. Jirachi moved over into bathrooms now, and Jirachi's going to get the pick onto Hot Doggy and then make his move over on to pool table. Getting a second frag on CD. He's now gets immediately traded and refrags by Polar, though, as Polar's now going to open up the bar hatches. The bar hatches are now being opened up, and it's very quickly a 3v4. Baka, Destiny, and Polar all upstairs, as Giovanni, Nex, Zuido, and Ollie Polly left downstairs. Trying to maintain that Maestro cam here. They're going to hear Destiny and Baka come down. Super funny that the IQ is the one that hit the Legion trap. Not really using the detector to its full potential. Trying to get the peaks quick and off into church, but not quite getting anything. The Maestro came from Joani, coming out fairly strong, is relaying that information to Nex. So you're just hanging out, playing with his drone, trying to get some information for his team. Joani making the play off the Maestro cam, and it's also up to Nex. Again, they're stuck here in Moto, about to make the execute, but no member of Jaeger is in church. Super important to note here, they're playing it from blue, and this is the lineup. It's going to be 30 seconds left to push, but Ali Polly is going to make the push. Polar's trying to get open. They still have 2 Exkyros, but the wall's banded, but they can just make it open, you know, right from the wall, but it doesn't matter because he's not being covered while he does it, and Joani's going to make the quick peek onto Polder, and it's all left to Destiny. After Ali Polly gets a team kill onto Next, Destiny's going to take out Joani in a 1v2, but Sweeto immediately gets the refrag onto Destiny as he pushes from the bottom main stairs. And the round is over. It's now a 2-3 in favor of Jaeger on a decently, depending on what kind of team you are, defensive-sided map. We are going to go into the 6th and final round of this first half here as Jaeger eSports prepares to defend for the last time before they switch over for the second half, which will be 6 rounds of attack. And then again to mention, good game again after this round. We'll switch over to defense, and they'll have the same opportunity. The Jaeger eSports will have had to defend for 6 straight rounds if you're not super familiar with competitive settings. There's the current scoreboard right now. You can see some super impressive play here coming out from Nex. Most importantly, across scoreboard, he is the kill leader. Not that kills are everything, but right now he is the kill leader, 7-3. CD really struggling. It seems that he's their primary fragger, you know, based on his ability to roam clear right behind the drones and what it seems like they're using him for. But he's really not getting the frags you expect to be followed behind a drone, and I don't know if it's just poor drone work from his teammates or his execution to hit shots, but all in all, it looks like they kind of need to rework maybe in their team exactly who's doing the droning, who's doing the pushing. We're going back upstairs to CCTV Cache for the final defensive round. Ali Polly is breaking out that bandit yet again to try and hold this wall from the attacking team of GG. And we'll see if it works out. Joani going to be extremely important as well, trying to get some information with both of these eagle eye cameras he has here as we go forward into the round. Garage play is extremely important on this site, which Jirachi is going to be holding. And as we move forward, that's going to be the strong take point, you know, especially for Garage, right? Like if you get the wall in Garage, you have a pretty good shot because that's going to make multiple of those angles here. You're going to see Polar open up this sheep angle onto the back Garage one. That's going to allow CD to make the move all the way around and get the Capitale Fireball onto that bandit, try to prevent him from making the bandit trick if he can get it through that window so the Thermite can actually get the open. Hot Dog is free firing straight in to the CC window as Destiny tries to drone into what is essentially the exact same setup. Baka utilizing the Jackal to almost instantly get a track off here. But Joani's now the one playing in Garage as Jirachi has moved all the way over to pool table. Potentially getting some long angles. Hot Doggy looking straight into CC from that window. Almost going to get the quick peek onto the smoke, but Nex, who is on fire this game, getting the kill onto Hot Doggy. Nex hanging still very closely in cache as this team of GG trying to make the push, but not quite getting there yet. They're not even attempting for the wall. Joani playing right in from Garage, and that's Destiny trying to contest that with still 2 exothermic charges on the books. CD not utilizing the fireballs to even remotely try to stomp this bandit. And the Thatcher's dead, so it really doesn't matter. And I'm not sure if Ali Polly knows that Thatcher's down. He just has that one shock wire left, so he has to make the decision to still stay there and bandit trick it. But Destiny's just going to make the call to fall off and just try to maybe potentially push that construction play there. He's going to pre-fire down into red stairs. Bach is against the hold. They're now stacking up in construction with 50 seconds left as the hold's being played here by Next, but the bandit trick comes immediately out by Ollie Polly. It sounded like it, I guess not. No, it was an impact trick. Looked like. But now it's stuck as they're going to want to charge it open. As Destiny tries to get the peek onto red stairs, but immediately shot at by the Maestro Cam. Jawani making good utilization of the utility here. 29 seconds left and just absolutely harassing Destiny and can't quite figure out what to do with it. Baka trying to make some plays in from the CC window, and the C4 just short Bali Poly. As no one can quite make the execute. Jirachi trying to shoot up and above, but the fuser's down and still stuck running construction. Jawani takes out Polar in a 3v5. Baka, though, going to take out Ali Poly. They just immediately execute on the site and rotate it around, and they just can't quite get the diffuser, and they're going to have to get this down. Jawani's going to take out Baka, though, and it's now a double kill. Jirachi takes out Destiny, and in a 3v1, the knife's going to go from Jirachi for a second kill onto CD. And what was almost a beautiful execute into the site from GG just instantly fell apart as they didn't secure the outside. They all made the execute, but then couldn't just quite hold it from the retake by Jaeger. So at the end of the half, that is 4-2 by Jaeger. And so they're going to be up at the half, a strong up. And then Good Game now has the opportunity to go 6 straight rounds on defense. Good Game well played is going to have to win 5 of the next 6 rounds if they want to win the game. And Jaeger's going to have to win 3 of the next 6 to win it. And of course, they can both go 6-6 and tie the game for 1 point apiece. We're going to start upstairs in the CCTV cache, which is now apparently the GG well played site that is preferred on defense, as opposed to Jaeger wishing to start downstairs. Against shooter's preference here. But a fairly similar lineup with the exception of seeing the double. Baka bringing in that Kaid utilization, probably either for the construction, wall or down a garage, potentially maybe to K-Trick the garage walls downstairs. But Destiny is going to be the player that Bantrick, sporting that super cool Empire skin. And we'll see how Jaeger can manage to handle attacking this, opting not for the double breach, instead opting only for the one and bringing the buck by Ali Poly instead. And the first attacking round for Jaeger eSports was underway. Ali Poly immediately trying to get underneath. So potentially open up from underneath to prevent the bandit from tricking. Looks like that's going to be his new goal, maybe? Question mark? Not quite sure what's happening here. Zuido also hanging upstairs with the Capital. They're going to have to get the back wall in an effort for the front wall to get opened, and 90% of the operators just hang out on the roof here. It'll be a specific 80%, but Ali Poly is just going to go ahead and drone himself in. Not making great utilization here of the way they're droning. Looks like pretty much like a self-droning complete. I'm obviously not aware of the CD hanging out straight on blue stairs because they didn't drone him in. Ollie's going to begin opening up. CD knows that, and he's going to have to make a push onto Buck, but Buck's back on his drone, comes off, leaves it, and Destiny is off the ball. Just hang out right on CC window. Thatcher's going to come out on the construction wall, which Jawani's inside, so they're just opting not even to remotely try and go for the wall on Bantrick. They're just going to try and make this construction poke just like we saw at the very end of last round. Polar, Destiny, Baka, and Hot Doggy all hang out pretty close sight with CD just watching from the bottom of blue stairs, trying to hang out in red. But then Jirachi, Nex, and Jawani are going to have to make this push here. They're getting it open. And is there going to be an impact trick to come out? No, there's not. And Zuido's going to take out Destiny. As Zuido gets a double kill, Destiny and Polar, just from the CC window. The execute's now going to come out. They know they have a Maestro hanging out right inside garage. But he's going to start getting fire flamed on a brilliant push by Zuido. Zuido's in sight, though. He knows he needs to make the rotating push over onto red stairs. He sees Kaid. He's going to almost get the down, but can't quite get his Ali Poly's going to take out Hot Dog right behind him, though. So that's 2 members down. It's just CD, who's all the way down in basement. So it's now 1v5. They have to revive Zuido, and then get the plant off, which the plant's about going to go off. And unless CD can pull off a miracle, this round is all but over. And Jaeger is going to be out 5-2. See, rotating into strip club. Maybe, I don't know if he's just deciding to hang out. Yep, he's just going to hang out, and that's just going to be a KD save, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to sit here all day. CD. Elevator music. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, do, 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 do. Yep, he's got that op. He's saving it, just hanging out in strip club. Sitting there for the entirety of the defuse. KD's more important than helping his team, but I don't know what KD's trying to save. He's already 1-5, so GG to CD there. Super excited to see what he has in store for us in the next coming rounds. Strong performance thus far. And we're going into round number 8. As it's now 5-2 Jaeger eSports. We're going to go down to church as GG's given up on trying to hold the CC site, dropping back down to basement, trying to see if they can get a win off there. We're going to see Polar come on the Vigil. The Kite still coming out, the Maestro, the Legion, the Mute. And that's going to be an attempt to try to hold all those hatches that we talked about that are ever important in trying to hold downstairs. But Polar's going to switch off onto the Jaeger, try to prevent some of the utilization of some of that utility there from the attacking team and some of those gadgets, the expendables, and then also get a strong roaming operator with an extremely strong gun. I'm curious to see how many operators we have stay downstairs, how many we have roam. If you have a successful roam on this map, you can delay so much time and then also sandwich them near the very end, depending on how much Jaeger eSports feels like actually clearing out the map. And you know, talking about some of like the poor drone work that Jaeger eSports had on the previous round there, they just kind of droned themselves in and weren't really pushing off each other. They still were able to win their fights, and that's all that mattered. Absolutely all that mattered. Looks like Hot Doggy is going to put some of his pretty default Maestro cams down there. One in blue and then one in the back of Arsenal, keeping the rotates in blue open. Baka, Hot Doggo, and Destiny kind of playing close to sight, but we talk about the roamers that we're really looking forward to having here, and Polar just hanging all the way up in CC with CD close by in bedroom. CD with that Legion going to be able to get a little bit of early warning maybe from him and Polar, but both of them now just hanging out in bedroom. Not quite able to move anywhere else. The drone work's going to come out, but then the immediate push from Nex here, along with Zuido, who is the one that was able to get the track on him, utilizing his ability as Jackal. But the Nex, the Thatcher of all people, are trying to make the push along with Zuido here as they capture. They might only think there's one, but they've got another two. The Legion's going to go right into logistics, though, as Zuido misses the shot on the rotate. Now both of them are trapped in logistics, as Polar is going to be the front man. CD after his last round, super nervous. He's like, Polar, please save me. And Zuido trying to get the push off after identifying the Legion. Next, kind of watching the bottom rotate. But they know that they have two players stuck in logistics. Yet, it's taken him so long, over a minute and a half to try to get out. But CD is going to go back down. Polar's going to get the frag onto Zuido. And the second kill onto Nex, saving CD. Almost the 3K onto Ollie Polly, but can't quite get off as Ollie Polly takes out Polar, but that leaves CD down alone, not afraid, but not really sure if Jaeger eSports is tracking. They have it. Ollie Polly just watching from construction. Jirachi coming in. They think they still have a player upstairs, but Jirachi's just going to spray the wall and take out CD, getting the confirmation that he was in fact down, and it's now a 3v3. So now it's a 3v3 as Hot Dog trying to hold up on the kitchen hatch. He doesn't have impact grenades, but Baka can come close to at least trying to maybe use the ledge crawl to hold it off a bit. Not able to quite get anything off, especially as Ollie Polly's just utilizing the skeleton key to try to open up from that central hallway and down in. Jirachi's going to make moves with the IQ down on blue stairs, trying to spot some of those lead traps. loses a couple. Jawani on main stairs, so it's going to be a 3-pronged attack here. As they try to get the nade down into church. Can't quite get it off, and with 30 seconds, the execute's going to have to come soon. Jawani knows he sees one. Jirachi's going to take out Destiny, and Jawani on a beautiful shot onto Hot Dog. And then Jirachi with yet another kill on the Baka. 3K for Jirachi. And that puts us into match point. Jirachi going 10-5 thus far with a couple 8Ks coming out from Jawani and Nex. We're now 6-2 match point for Jaeger eSports. Going into what potentially could be the final round of this matchup, they're choosing to go yet back downstairs. Good game, well played. Trying to figure out what went wrong there. And I can tell you, you had both of your roamers you're supposed to support and play off each other shove into one room and then not be able to frag out each other when your Jackal can only track one roamer at a time. They just allow themselves to get pinched, completely collapsed on with no support whatsoever, immediately placing good game, well played in, you know, a situation where they're down 2 men on what should have been a super decent roam. Coming into the potential final round, again, we're going back downstairs. Very little operator variation here. This could be an extremely, extremely solid performance from Jaeger when not sure exactly, based because, you know, just still new to the league and learning the teams. He was the favorite, but this is a pretty astounding defeat from Jaeger eSports. Zuido just prepping and hanging outside, mostly just trying to stay the drones. Smart move, honestly, especially if you're playing competitive play. That way you have each operator coming with 2 drones apiece, rather than just the one if you lose most of yours. CD opting to come back on the move this time. Try to just do some drone denial by putting the mute jammer right in the middle of the doorway so it can be shot fairly easily. And Baka making the move back into Arsenal. And we're on match point, ladies and gentlemen. See how the drone clear comes out effectively. If we're good. Let's go ahead and look at the overview of the map. So we have no one on top floor this time. We only have Polar hanging right on central or main stairs, whatever you like to call it, but he's going to just hang right on the bottom half. Not really moving very far, maybe in the bathroom. Hot Doggy hang right at the bottom of cash stairs, moving up into CC or red stairs, whatever you prefer to call it. And then these guys are next just already into blue. Just making the complete execute, and that could lose him. But yeah, exactly. Hot Dog going to make the play. They didn't do the drone work, and Hot Dog is going to take out Ollie Polly. As he knows his work's done, he's going to kind of move off. Jirachi, though, is going to take out Polar on his way down. That was that player playing right on the central stairs. Next, hang out in oil pits. Jawani now trying to make a move down and in, but Jirachi's going to get a second kill, and he's on fire onto Baka from the main stairs. He could potentially get a third here onto the mute of CD. He's down. We have Destiny just hanging out right in Moto, peeking the 90 corner. Jirachi, though, it doesn't matter. He's all the way down Central Hall, and he's into church. Zuido takes out Hot Doggy. It's now a 2v4 as Jirachi swung all the way around now, and just going to take out CD. And then the 4K coming in from Jirachi as he 4Ks the final round for Jaeger eSports to win. On a beautiful execute that was just almost started as a bum rush that was almost full, but Jirachi was able to sneak all the way down the central aisle. What a game. Jaeger eSports takes it 7-2. This is Hydro League, and I'm your caster, Misfit Midas. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.